Hi, Kalai. Chetan.
Hello.
Hi, Kalai. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, Shudish. Yeah.
Thank you. Chetan, I just want to introduce you to Kalai as well. He is also a business analyst, okay? And you're working for RBC
Okay.
Bank here. He's a pretty experienced person. And his wife is also moving to Canada. And, he's here to get some information on regard to her, actually. I sent him the course
Okay.
details and everything. And,
Okay.
he just come here to get some details. I'm sending a email text to Omkar actually. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, we'll get started in a few minutes. So I see Kalai, Kalpana, Sai, Sudesh is here. We're waiting for Om. And yeah,
Chetan, sorry to interrupt you. Om is joining in another 2 minutes.
okay, great.
Yeah, I was thinking it's 8:15, so he'll come in 8 o'clock. He's gonna log in another couple of minutes. So Ajay is coming by 8:15, is it?
Yeah, he
All
will be
right.
joining very soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think the reason the confusion is I had to switch my BA batch to 8:15 because a lot of folks are observing Ramadan, and in
Oh,
the
okay.
rest of them they said, okay, it's okay to push by 15 minutes, move back. So I said, okay, let's do that.
Right. Right.
Everybody can
Okay.
have their enjoy
Okay.
their festival, right?
All right.
Okay, I think we can get started. We have you know folks who registered for the meeting or for the demo. So good evening, Kalai, Kalpana, Sai, and yeah. So welcome to the demo on the data analytics training and placement program. So typically, what we'll do is, we'll start with the introductions, and then we will go on to talk about the whole training and the placement program, what we have to offer. Okay. And I spoke to some of you. I spoke to Kalpana this morning, and I'm not sure. I don't think I spoke to Kalai.
Yeah, Chetan. Yeah, I hope Sudhish has given a brief explanation about me. Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's pretty much about. Yeah, so I have around 9 years of experience in the IT industry.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, so initially I was started as a developer in .NET and then moved to production support in the .NET area. And then last 4 years, I'm working as a business analyst in banking domain. So I have worked for some different banks like Silicon Valley Bank in US and then Bank of Montreal, and currently I'm with RBC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kalai, I have an account with RBC. Maybe you want to approve a overdraft or some kind of credit card worth of like $50,000 for me.
Sorry, Sudhish, I'm not in production side. I can't help on this request.
Because you can work in the back end system, right? I was just trying my luck.
I can see only your account, can't approve.
Can't approve, is it? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay.
So, okay, let me introduce myself and then we can go over to Kalpana. So, my name is Chetan Mehta, and I am the principal instructor as well as founder of Skill Incubator. And I've been working in the field of business analysis, project management, agile for the past like 20 odd years. Um, so a lot of folks might have this question that, okay, I'm not from IT background. Can I still get into this role? And the answer is absolutely yes, you can. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Because I myself, I'm not from IT background. Well, I'm from marketing and economics. I have as my undergrad, and then I did MBA again. That was purely management degree, nothing to do with coding whatsoever. I did learn C++ as a hobby back in 99, but again, nothing to do with what I'm doing today. Okay. So the way I started my journey in IT is, back in 2003, got some books from Amazon and got some books from Barnes and Noble. Started reading. Back then, there were no institutes like how we are today. So, did a lot of reading, and luckily I got a job. I got a break in this IT field, and then I just picked up things on the job. You know, because when things are not served to you, you tend to push yourself and get it right. So that's basically what I did. I had to really struggle to get information, learn all by myself. Did the hard way, but at the end it was all worth it. So I worked in different domains like banking, healthcare, logistics, um, pure banking, investment banking as well. And for the past 10 years, I've been working in or supporting the federal agencies. By the way, I'm based in Washington, D.C., US. But these days, it doesn't matter. The whole world is seamless. Doesn't matter where you live, as long as you are connected to the net. That's what is important. And since 2012, I've been training folks, in different areas: project management, business analysis, and then agile, scrum, business process management. And then we also have other instructors who give training in different areas. um, as Ajay will be here very soon. So he is our instructor who is having 20 years of experience in this area of data analysis, analytics. He's a certified professional working in this field for the past 20 years or so. And, my objective here is to help you guys, upskill you guys with skills and expertise that are required on the job. And not only that, the main focus is on placement as well. And we'll talk more about the whole process in a bit. But as an introduction, I would like to stop here. And once again, thanks for joining the demo. And I'll hand it over to Kalpana. Or rather, let's do this. So this, you want to give your intro and then we can go to Kalpana.
Oh, sure, sure. I've spoken to all of you individually, all right, and I told about myself. I've been working with Chetan for quite a few years now, and you know, he's one of the best mentors in North America right now when it comes to full stack BA and business analysis. He also comes with a data background as well. So I associated myself, and I have been a BA before with Dell, and also as a program manager back home. When I came in here, I saw an opportunity where a lot of people are looking for a career uh, change or want to go into new IT career, and I have knowledge about various technologies. So I also deal with many of the technologies as well. So I associated myself where a lot of people can move into conveniently into BA and many other programs, and then I started working with Chetan, and we've been successfully able to place a lot of students. Okay, and I also run my own staffing company here, and where I have connections with many IT recruiters and vendors. All right. So not only that, in Ontario, I also operate in BC, Vancouver, Winnipeg, and Alberta and Edmonton as well. So I have staffing connections. IT recruiters constantly send me a lot of recruitment requirements to me. So based on that, we once you finish your training, your resumes are changed according to the requirement, and you upgrade it according to the requirement, and then you know you see yourself in a job. So my journey is to make sure that you guys are with the right trainers, and then once you finish your training, you get your support with mock training, with the interview handed questions, and make sure that you get all the support you need to see yourself in a job. All right. I give support both on US and Canada side. All the US connections come from Chetan's side, and all the Canadian connections come from my side. And we collaborate with each other,
Okay, thank you.
and we try to bring value add to people's life who trust their life and trust in the leadership, and they come to us, and we see what we can do to help you out, guys. Right. So that's what I do just in a short spectrum. Okay, and I personally know everybody's requirement. Okay, and it has been explained to Chetan. If you have any open questions, you can start posting. I'm still waiting for Ajay to join in, who's here who's going to be your principal mentor for data analytics program. And I also want to tell you that one of the reasons we have training all the way to R and Python is because you can focus yourself for a data scientist role, right? And there's a huge scope in GTA area and other areas in many other domains. And we've been successfully able to place, at least in the last 3 months, I think somewhere at close to 6 to 7 candidates, right, Chetan?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been a good run, and we have a lot of interview questions with us, and the market is hot. And I see, it's a good big opportunity for you guys. Okay, so I wish you guys all the best. And you have any questions, this is the time, as we are waiting for the mentor anyways. You can post your questions to us, and we can take it forward there, or you can introduce yourself as well. Hi, Ashita.
Hello, how are
Hi,
you?
Ashita, you made it. Thank you. I know you're very busy scheduled to 9 o'clock. Thank you for making it. Okay. We're gonna send you the recorded videos to you anyways. We were just started at 8 o'clock, and we were generally trying to introduce ourselves. Okay. So,
Sure.
so guys, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and post it. Chetan, did
Right.
you have an opportunity to speak to Ashita?
Yes, I spoke to her this morning.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi. Welcome, Ashita.
Thank
Hello,
you.
Jade. How are you?
Right. So,
Fine,
Kalai,
good. Yes.
Kalpana, Omkar, Sai, Ashita, any questions? You can post your questions. Okay. No question is a silly question. So we are here to just give you answer your questions, and once the consultant come in, he will start sharing the roadmap with you guys.
All right. Thank you so much.
And Sudesh, meanwhile, we can just complete the introduction with Kalpana. I think Kalpana is the next, right? So let's go ahead and listen from her.
Yeah.
Hello, hi guys. How is everyone today evening?
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, so basically, my name is Kalpana Gopalswamy. I've been raised in UAE. Basically, my schooling, my graduation in engineering field. I do not have any IT background, but back in high school, as I think you all know that in science group, you will have a computer science as one of the subjects. So based on that, I had a little knowledge in computer science, and so I was after my graduation in Dubai, I was working in oil and gas, which was my core field, working in engineering, procurement, construction projects for over 7 years. And with my family, we moved 2.5 years ago to Canada as a PR. And after coming here again, it's a different lifestyle, different, everything is different. So after coming here, I found that data analysis is being a key role or key job role here in Canada. Then after researching the subjects of how does data analyst do and what is their type of work. So I found interest, and basically I'm a resourceful person. I like if anyone in need or anything for my personal needs, I research a lot. So I took up a diploma course in Toronto from Metro College of Technology, and I completed within a year. And since then, I was working in one of the marketing consultant company for 3 months, but unfortunately due to COVID, I couldn't continue. So because I had my family and I had to take care of my son since the homeschooling started. Now the main thing is it's been almost 2.5 years. I really wanted to get into the company, and I'm seeking help from you guys, from Sudesh and Chetan. And this is my introduction.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, Kalai, you want to go next? Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yeah, Chetan. Yeah. So I'm done already.
Oh yeah, sorry, you did, right? You were the first one to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sai, can I go?
Yeah,
Chetan?
please go ahead.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. So hi, hello everyone. So this is Sai. So I have a work experience of data analyst as 7 years, but not into like technologies R and Python. I have been mostly using Excel and and SQL as well. So, and I have been learning R and Python from almost like 2 years, but and I tried and I came to Canada like 2 years back, and I tried a lot to get into data analyst, but I couldn't succeed. Now after that, I'm working for TCS as a developer. So I just like I thought I could do like wonders in developer, but I couldn't do anything. Uh, so I just want to change my profession to data analyst, like back where I was. I just want to change to back to my position. So expecting help from Sudesh and Chetan again. Yeah,
Sure.
that's all. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Hey, is that did you work with some port management? Did we speak before?
No, Chetan, we did not speak. We had an email conversation, but we couldn't get connected.
Okay. Maybe I'm getting confused with some other person. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank
that.
you, Chetan. Yeah.
Okay, and then who else? Ashita, you want to go next?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Ashita Verma. I'll try to keep it very brief. Actually, I'm a little occupied with something else too. So just to let you know about myself, I have experience into sales, about 10 years of experience, and IT and business analyst and data analyst is a very new field for me. Though my studies have been into IT, but I've never worked in this frame. So it's something that I'm looking forward to through these coaching sessions to learn as much as I can, and definitely looking forward from Chetan and Sudesh to explore this field as well. So yeah, that's a quick introduction about me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ashita.
And who else is remaining? Omkar?
Yes, Chetan. Hello, everyone. Hello, Chetan. Hello, Sudesh. Hope you guys doing well. So my name is Omkar. So I came here as a student and I've done my studies. I got my PR and I'm looking for my full-time job in data analytics part, because back home I've been worked for 2 to 3 years in operations and data analytics. So as a part of my working experience, I feel like this is the best part I can go with. So I've chosen skill incubator. So I felt like Chetan and Sudesh going to help me out in doing this. That's all from my end. Thank you, guys.
Sure, thank you.
Sure. And by the way, Omkar is in my BA course. So he's going for the full stack analyst program.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so, and we have Ajay as well. Hi, Ajay. So by the way, Ajay Maheshwari, he's the principal instructor for this program, Data Analytics. And I would let him give his introduction before we move forward.
Hi, Ajay.
Hello, everyone. I've turned on my video, so if you can see, this is me. My name, as Chetan mentioned, Ajay Maheshwari. I have about, close to 20 plus years of experience in IT, mainly in data, anything to do with the data, data development, data analytics. I've worked with Oracle corporations before. I've many years of experience in federal government in United States. And for this course, we will be doing, we will be starting from the scratch. So even if you don't know anything about data, you are, very welcome to join, because we are going to start, as I said, from the scratch. What is data? How do we use data and things like that. So, Chetan, do you want me to go through the whole, just the overview of what we are going to, learn in this course, or do you want to revisit that later?
So what you can do, Ajay, you can go over the topics, the high level topics, like, okay, for example, we will be starting with, for example, fundamentals of data analytics, right? What will be covered? Then you can talk about the Excel, what will be covered in Excel. Likewise, you can complete that part. And then we can get into the other aspect, like, apart from the core training, what else do we have to offer? Like in terms of resume building, LinkedIn profile makeover, all of that we will go over it. We'll explain. But why don't you just go over the content, the training content that you plan to cover in this course?
Right. So this course we will be covering everything to do with the data and the data analytics. We are estimating this to complete by about 30 to 40 hours, and we will have at least 3 to 4 hours every week. 2 hours every session. What we will be covering is the fundamentals of data analytics. Or what is data analytics? Why do we need data analytics? What do we get from the data analytics? What are the conclusions that we derive from that? We'll take some real world examples, and we'll go from there. Along with that, then we will move to Excel. We'll learn what Excel is, how to use the visualizations, how do we read them, and then how to build charts, how to build graphs, what is data, what are cells, what are columns, how do we use pivot tables, how do we use some of the other statistics functions in Excel. Then we will, once we are done with Excel, then we will move to SQL, which is a structured query language, which is more into, more in depth about, using the database. What is SQL? What are different types of languages within SQL? The query language, the DML, data manipulation language, data, control language, and things like that. Data definition language. How do we create queries? How do we fetch data? How do we read it? The rules of precedence. The conditional statements, like where clauses, order by clauses, aggregate commands, having by, and all of that sort in SQL language. Once that is done, then we will move to Tableau. Tableau is a visual tool. It's also a data analytical tool for in the purpose of getting the data, but it's mainly used for the visualization. So how to use Tableau, how to create charts, how to do dashboarding in Tableau, how to use filters, and things like that. Once that portion is done, then we will move to Python language. How can we use Python? What are the fundamentals of using this language? What are the data structures in Python? How can we work with data using Python language? It's a programming language, so we'll learn a little bit of programming as well. Then once Python is done, then we will move to R language. It is similar to Python language in terms of, because it is also a programming language. And then we'll learn, same thing, like, what the fundamentals of R language, working with data in R language and things like that. And once that is completed, that completes the whole course. So this is going to take about close to 38 to 40 hours course. Yeah. Let me know if you guys have any questions in terms of content.
And just, I want to add one more thing here.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I just want to add one thing. So see, there are three aspects of this, right? One is a conventional business analyst role. The second one is a data analyst role. And the third one, which is, in hot demand, and in the last couple of years, that role has been, called out as a separate role itself. Initially, like 6-7 years back or 10 years back, we never saw that role, but now we have the data scientist role as well. Some places they just call it data scientist or data analytics professional. But the third aspect is data analytics, where you will have to, or you will need to know these two things like Python and R language. That is mainly for data analytics. If you're going for pure data analyst, then you are good with, advanced knowledge of Excel, Tableau, and SQL. Correct me, Ajay, if I'm wrong there.
No, you are right. That's right. So, if you are looking for more from the data scientist perspective or in depth of data analytics, then, R language and Python language is used. But if you are looking just for the data analysis perspective, Then we will do. Then you are looking more into like Excel and SQL. SQL is important, irrespective. So SQL and Tableau. Tableau, as I said, is used for visualization. So nowadays a lot of visualizations are used. And Tableau is a very, very popular software that everybody is using in data analytics. So yeah.
Any questions, concerns on the training outline or the topics that we are going to cover as part of this program?
How about Power BI? Microsoft Power BI is be taught in.
Yeah, Microsoft Power BI. So there are a lot of different visualization tools, right? So Power BI is also one of them. But since we are covering Tableau, we will not cover Power BI because we don't want you guys to get confused with many multiple tools. And Tableau is very, very popular. It's more popular than Power BI at this point of time.
Okay, right. But I think at the currently they're also looking for Power BI. They're asking for both when I see in any job descriptions.
Yeah, usually. Go ahead, Chetan.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, usually when they say Power BI and Tableau, usually they are looking for one of the two. So if you tell them that, hey, I have this experience or my expertise in Tableau, they are usually okay with that.
Okay.
Right. And also just to add to that, for example, if your job specifically needs a specific tool, like you said, right, Power BI, then we can just ramp you up on that tool, maybe give you like a couple of hours of training on that, just to prepare you for the interview, right? Because ultimately the concepts behind using the tool will be same, whether it's a Power BI or Tableau or any XYZ tool. What you are doing should not be changing, right? Like for example, if I'm using MS Visio to create a model, it doesn't matter if I'm using MS Visio or Lucidchart or Glyphy or Draw.io, any tool, the concept behind the model should be the same, right? It doesn't matter, which tool I'm using. Similarly, whether it's a Power BI or whether it's a Tableau, what you're doing is important. You should know, okay, if I have to create some sort of dashboard for my customer, what is the data I need to have, from where to get it, how to get it, right? And then the other things, the tool is just the means of creating the dashboard. So that should not take too much time for you to learn. And as I said, if you have a specific requirement for the job that you need to have this knowledge on this tool, we will work on that. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. And, I just want to add one more thing here. So, there are three very, very popular tools at this point of time. I see MicroStrategy is one of them, Power BI, and then Tableau. And as Chetan mentioned, these are just the tools. Behind the scene, the concept is the same. So, if that happens, like, if you are looking only for Power BI, or you are, if there is a job requirement like Power BI, we can provide that, tool, that training on that tool specifically, just for the interview purpose.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey Ajay, is Python and R languages mandatory to work in Tableau?
No, it is not. SQL is mandatory. You need to have a SQL knowledge to work on Tableau. R and Python are optional.
Okay, so both are like, they are not related, right? Interrelated.
No, they are not.
Okay.
For the SQL, you need to know the syntax. It's a very simple, syntax. Of course, you can write more complex SQL queries, but it is not a typical programming language like a backend like Java or .NET, where it gets very complicated, and you need to know these 1,000 different variables to write the code. It is not like that. It's pretty easy compared to these backend languages.
Yeah, I mean, SQL is like a English language. It just have few keywords that you use, and those keywords are like English language keywords. So it's not like a programming language where you need to have programming knowledge, or you need to have different concepts, looping concept, this, that, error handling and all that. That is not there. It's just a very, very simple language, basically used English keywords, English language keywords, how to fetch data and, how to read it, and then how to, how to analyze it. Yeah. It's so simple that, when I start, the training, you would feel that, yeah, this is very, very simple, but simple, but very powerful. Powerful in the sense like, you can do a lot of analysis using SQL, and, it is, used everywhere. Like whatever tool that you use, in Tableau, you have to have knowledge of SQL.
Ajay, I have a question. What about the data sets? What kind of data sets are we working in this class? Are we gonna download the data sets, or how are you going to work on the data set? Can you explain on that?
Yeah, I will provide you the scripts with the data sets, so you can use those scripts.
And one more thing, as you said, for each like Excel Tableau classes, at the end of each class, would we get an opportunity to work with the real project or something like that?
So, after every session, or, after few sessions, I can give you like few questions, that you can practice on, and I'll provide you, an online tool that you can practice on. So, at the end of the day, it all depends on how much you practice. So, we'll give you those, problems and, the solutions that we can discuss, later on. But yeah, that is another part of, these sessions.
Okay, because now in the current market, they're looking like how many projects you do, or what are the different types of projects you have done in each tools, be it a programming languages or in data visualization tools. So because there are plenty of competitive market going on, so that's what I would like to know. So if you get because all these we need to incorporate in the resume, right? So how does
right? So once you have this knowledge, right, and once we give you those, because each session, will have multiple, topics covered, and so for those topics we will give you exercises, right? Then you will perform those exercises, as a homework. And once you do that, then you will be prepared to work on project. Now you can find, or I can find, many projects for you. And once the course is done, I'm sure that, you can work anywhere, on these, using these tools. So you can work on any of the project, and you will be able to complete that project, after the end of the complete course.
And just to interrupt you, Jay, right there, Kalpana. So how it's going to work is basically we're trying to learn how to use these tools with different data sets. Okay, that's the first step. Okay, that is what is important for us. We need to know how to learn how to use these various tools and how to come to a conclusion. How are we going to solve the problem? Okay, but when it comes to real time, when you're going for a job, okay, you need a resume and you need a certain amount of experience, which you do not have at this point of time, or any of us have here. So we're going to put some few projects over there, okay, and and those projects will be reflecting that you have worked in certain tools, all right, and you'll be getting interview questions based on those projects in the resume, okay, because if you go there and stand as a fresher, nobody's going to hire you, right? So even if you go and stand up with no work experience and you're saying that, hey, I've done a capstone project, still you might end up in an internship, which is not paid, and that's not our goal. We want you to get into a job with a very good pay, right? So we're going to give you like few years of experience with all these tools, incorporating that you've been used it, and you will get interview questions based on the projects in the resume, okay, and that's how you're going to see your journey. Am I clear to you, Kalpana? You understand what I'm saying?
I'm fine. What's my concern is like, because I'm seeing a lot of youngsters nowadays, they're doing like different kinds of like, of course, tough projects and the medium-sized projects. I meant to say the large size data sets are taking up, and they're doing in different tools, and then they're trying they're coming out. So what I was thinking, like, after this, like as Ajay he said, like after every class he will like look into projects, so that we would gain experience, right? Even though when they ask us in the interview, at least we should know some, how to.
Exactly. Ajay, can you answer this question for her, please? Thank you.
Yeah. Kalpana, can you repeat the question?
No. I was just wondering, because as per the current market, the youngsters are, all are doing this data analytics course or data scientist, and finally they're becoming a data scientist and or data analyst, whatever it is. They're doing different kinds of projects, be it and they're showcasing that in their LinkedIn profiles or wherever it is. So I was just wondering, if you get some, at least one project for each, or so that we'll get to know how do we work in a project, or starting from the scratch until the business insights,
Right.
how to reproduce them.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, I can answer that question. Since if you see my screen, maybe I can answer that question. So
Okay.
here is a thing, right? So as Ajay said, definitely, at the end of each class, we'll be giving you the assignments, case studies, quizzes, all of that, so that, you can sharpen your skills, what you learn in the class, right? That is one thing.
Mhm.
But now coming to your question, more specific to okay, how do I make myself, marketable and create that edge as compared to the competition, right? Because as you said, a lot of young guys are coming up with these kind of courses. They take the course and they have the resumes, and how do I compete with them? Now,
Yeah.
a couple of things that we will do, right, to make your resume, look good, create that competitive edge. First thing, that we will be creating your resume based on your past experience. So,
Okay.
for example, if somebody has worked in a particular domain, and there's a high chance that you might have worked in the IT itself, right? For example, if not, then it doesn't matter. You might have worked in some domain, right? Like oil and gas or logistics or something. So we will try to capitalize on that and make your resume. It's not a cookie cutter approach where you will just copy and paste your resume and give it to you. We'll have to make your resume based on your past experience that will reflect something that you have done in the past. Correct?
Okay.
So that way you can strongly defend your resume and confidently talk about it. That's one thing. Second thing, the projects, right? So projects will be created. So we have a pool of projects that you can pick from. Like I got like more than 50 projects or maybe more that we have it, but they will be customized to your location, to your client. Like for example, if you're staying in, let's say, a Toronto area, right? Now in that area, we don't want to put any direct client because that might create a risk. What if you get a client, like a call from them? But we will put a project for a client who is not in that region, right? Something like that. So, and that project will be something real. It's not something which I've just made up. It is a real project. Somebody has worked on it, and we are going to use that project, but it's going to be customized to your needs. Okay. And we have a project cheat sheet as well, which will be prepared by you, and it will be everything about the project, like who was the client, the duration of the project, what was the scope of the project, the pain points of the project or the customer faced, what the solution was, and what your job was on the project, and then what tools and techniques you used, the responsibilities that you did on the project. So everything will be on that project cheat sheet. Okay, that you have to, we'll be working with you and help you prepare those. So any questions regarding to the or related to the project, you can field those questions right away. Okay. The third thing is we will make you certified or get you certified in 2 areas, like a product owner, Scrum Master, and there's a new certification from IIBA, which is on the data analyst side. So if you decide that you want to get certified as a data analyst, then we can also look into that. We are coming up with a new program or a new training module for that as well. But as you can see here, let me go over this slide or this page. So in the training, we have got these things, right? One is, as we do all the sessions, they will be recorded and you will be getting access to the LMS, right? Learning Management Portal, up to 1 year from the day we complete the course. That is one thing. The training is job-based or job-centric. So the whole objective is to train you in this field, teach you all the tools and techniques, and get you the job, right? It's not an academic course where the focus is on building the theory and foundation and we leave it there. No, we are to get you the job. That is the whole objective. But at the same time, we are not going to take any shortcuts. We're going to go from scratch, create the foundation, and then on top of it, we will add all the skills that you need to use on the job. Then we'll be giving you assignments, take-home assignments, in-class exercise, so that you can sharpen your skills, what you learn. We'll be using industry standard tools, as Ajay said, right? We'll be using tools like not Visio, Excel. Then for SQL, I think you're going to use which one, Ajay, for SQL?
We will be using Oracle-based SQL.
Oracle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, as he said, Tableau on all these tools, which are industry standard tools. All the sessions will be done by him, the data analytics, and plus we'll be recording these sessions as well. And as he said, like, he has got 20 plus years of experience in this field. And if you have any questions, concerns, you can always reach out to us. And certification assistance. So there are 2 certifications that will be or that we recommend. One is the Scrum Master, and the other one is Product Owner. And the third one will be given by Skill Cubator. We'll be giving you certificate of completion, and that you can also use to claim your CDUs from IIBA. Okay. Now, if you have a question about the Scrum Master or Product Owner, you can check. You can ask me right now. But these 2 certifications are very much in demand in the IT industry as of today. And as Sudhish said, like, in the last couple of weeks, we got 5-6 people got placed, and they all had one thing in common, that we made sure that their resume had these 2 certifications, and they got interviews within 1 or 2 weeks of finishing the training. So that's why I highly recommend that you must have these certifications on your resume. Okay. And we make sure that you get 98% or above in these 2 certifications. And, we can market your resume accordingly.
So now, is it aligned with the business analyst, the Scrum Master, and the Product Owner, or these are 2 different, the positions, or what do you call it?
These are different. It doesn't matter, whether you are a business analyst or data analyst. You can still be a product owner, or you can still be a Scrum Master.
Oh, okay.
See, Scrum Master is more of a managerial role. Okay. It's on the management track, whereas a product owner role is more on the analyst track. Somebody who defines the solution, or who helps evolve the solution, the product that we are building. Okay. So either you can go with one of them, or if you have resources, you can go with both. Now you will have to pay the institute the fees to take the exam. So scrum.org is the institute. You will have to pay them to take the exam, but the training is included in our course. Okay. So that's included. That's the thing. Okay. The next is placement. Now, from the placement side, as I said, we'll be building your resume from ground zero, right? It's not something which we just copy and paste from here and there. You'll be taking your resume, or what you have currently, what you've done. We'll look at it, and then we will customize it. We'll make your resume which reflects your past experience. We'll try to capitalize on that as much as we can. We will create one infographic resume and a cover letter as well. Okay. Then when you're ready, we will do some mock interviews. By the way, we will give you an interview prep guide, which will help you to prepare for the interviews. Okay. And then based on that, once you're ready, we'll do some mock interviews. Right. And then LinkedIn profile. These days, it's very important that we all should have a LinkedIn profile. I'm sure you all must be having, right? Even though you may not be that active, but you might have a LinkedIn profile, or if not, then we will have to create a new one. So we'll help you with that, how to create networks, right? Because LinkedIn profile is not just creating your profile and keep it there. You must have a good banner. You must have a good picture, like a profile picture. Then you must have some contacts in your network. You should have some endorsements. All of that, we will help you how to get there, right? You need to have some projects listed there. How much to put? That's very important. You don't want to dump the whole resume there, right? Otherwise, there's nothing left for you to talk in the resume. I mean, in the interview. So you need to make sure that you put just the right information on LinkedIn, nothing less, nothing more. Okay. And as I said, we'll give you an interview prep guide. We will be marketing your resume. We have the recruiter who will be marketing your resume, with other companies through different channels. This is also important, like background check, because once you get selected, it's important that, you need to have the references and background check clear, because otherwise they may just go with some other candidate. So we will help you in that as well. If any, let's say you get shortlisted, you get selected, and you need to do a background check, or you want references, we will manage those for you. Right? No contractual obligation. If you decide that, hey, I don't want to be in a contract, I just want to market myself and keep my options open, you can do that as well. And for the skills assessment, there's something which is optional. If you think that, okay, you want to sharpen your skills in some areas, we'll work with you and see, okay, where you want to improve, where you need improvement. We'll do some assessment on that as well, if we think, that's required. Okay? Like, for example, last Sunday, I met with 2 of my trainees from my batch, where I knew that, okay, they need some, they need some more understanding on a particular thing, right? How to create some models. So I was working with them on the weekend and help them improve on that part. So we'll be doing some skills assessment and give you some inputs and tips on how to improve those. Okay, and the last thing is the post placement. That's also equally important. Once you get placed, we can't just assume that things are going to be, smooth sailing, right? Things can be a bit stressful, especially in the initial couple of weeks or months. So we will have to give you support. So it's included. We'll give you on-project support for 2 months from the day you get selected. Now, that doesn't mean that we are going to do your work. We are going to support you in the sense, if you need to seek some guidance, hey, how do I do this? So we will be giving you those in terms of, how to proceed with this work. Or if you have done something and if you want to review it with us, we will do it for you. Okay. But the assumption is that a trainee has to do the job or complete the task assignment, and we will be there to make sure that it's done in a right way. Correct. And then apart from that, basic counseling in terms of if you want to go for any certification, if you're confused, hey, I'm not sure which certification to go for, we'll be giving you that guidance, right? Or in terms of, okay, I want to switch a job, I'm not sure whether I should take this job or that job. So we'll be working with you and give you some guidance and, help you make the decision. Okay. So that's pretty much the whole roadmap in terms of training, placement, and post-placement support. So Kalpana, did I answer your question?
Yeah, fine. You were talking about the certification, right? So even the Tableau also there is a certification, right? So later on,
Yes.
You would help, like if I want to write the exam on it.
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to go for a very specific certification, you can tell us. And yeah, Ajay, go ahead.
Yeah, so Tableau has many certifications, like, desktop certifications and, things like that. So, if you want to go, later, once we are done with the Tableau training, if you decide that, you want to go for a particular, Tableau certifications, we can take that route.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. Is there any data analyst certification, something like certified?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In fact, IIBA recently launched a year back or so, they launched the data analyst certification.
Okay.
So if you decide you want to go for that, later on, once we are done with the training, we can help you with that as well.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And that includes everything, right? Right from preparing application, making sure that your application gets selected. In the sense, selected means it should not get shortlisted for an audit, because that's a big problem. If it gets shortlisted for an audit, that means you need to support every single thing what you have put in the application. So the best thing is to make the application in such a way that it will go through the whole process without any issues, right? So creating the application, making sure that you're reading the right material, and then help you take the exam, like in the sense, guide you in preparing for the exam so that you clear it in the first attempt.
No, okay.
And as I said, we will be giving you certificate of completion from Skill Incubator that will help you if you decide to go for IIBA certification, you can claim the PDUs or CDUs rather for that purpose. Or if you already have some certification, you can claim it as part of your recertification process. Any questions, concerns?
Chetan, when are we anticipating the start date of the training actually?
Okay, so that's a good question. Now, we were planning to start the next week, right, Ajay? And this will be a weekend batch. And I would let Ajay talk on this because he's the one who is going to train.
Yeah, we can start next week, or depending on how much interest we are getting. Based on that, we can start next week or maybe next week. But it's going to be weekend training, and we can all decide on the time. Saturday, Sunday, or maybe Friday, evening. So we can work on that.
So only weekend training, right? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Hello. I'm sorry, Chetan. So only weekend training? Do we have weekday too? Or like, do you have an option for weekday or just like only weekend?
No, it's only weekend because see, a couple of folks are in the full stack, right? So we do have a BA training going on the weekdays.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it won't be possible for them to join this. And
okay. I got it.
Plus, I'll tell you this, because it's like Ajay's he, as per his schedule, I think it works weekends. And if all of you guys are okay with Saturday, Sunday, we can set up a time that works for all of you and then start the batch immediately.
I'm waiting for this class since 3 weeks, I guess. So if you start it ASAP, I'm the most happiest person for this. And as I said, as you said, weekend suits for me too. So you just let me know the timings. Probably I'll try to fit my work schedule or whatever it could be into that schedule.
I would recommend everyone to just email us, your priorities and the timings, so that we can consolidate that and come with a time which will match everyone. And we can quickly send the emails on the start date and the timings, and we can start off.
So first of all, the weekends work for all of you. Just you can give me yes.
Yes, it works for me.
Yes, it works for me.
It works for me in the morning. I prefer in the morning if it is Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. So see, there's an option to click on yes or give thumbs up. So that way we can just vote right here. Okay, let me ask a question here. Wait. Let's do a quick poll. Okay, you guys are doing it here. I see this. Okay, sorry, Kalpana, I was not looking at this chat window, but I think we answered your question, right?
No, yeah, you've answered. Yeah.
Are we chatting in chat box?
Yeah, I think I was trying to get this. It's okay. Anyway, let's do this. Wait. Okay. So if you guys are okay with that, next to your name, you can give me a thumbs up. So there should be an option for you to click on that. Do you see? Okay. So Om is saying yes. What about Ashita?
Yeah, I actually clicked on thumbs up. So I'm okay with weekend, preferably in the morning.
Morning. Okay, yes, I agree. Okay. Kalai, what about you?
Yeah, I'm also okay with weekend. Chetan.
Okay. Kalpana?
Yeah, I've pressed yes. Yeah, I'm okay in the weekend,
Okay.
in the morning. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
And,
even I'm okay in the morning on weekends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. We're done with this so that you guys can have, everybody, in fact, can have their rest of the day. And this is only for short duration, right? So it may be 40 hours of training, whatever the duration is. But after that, once you have the skill, you get the job, you will thank yourself that, hey, glad I invested my time in this so that, it will be forever, right? It's not just for 1 or 2 months. You're going to transition into this role and you will be working in this role for the rest of your life. So it's a kind of big achievement and it's worth investing your time in this. So I'm glad that weekends work for all of you. And Ajay, as you might have heard, everybody's okay with the weekend and preferably in the morning so that, you guys are done and enjoy the rest of the day, right?
Perfect, perfect. That's good. Yeah, I'm okay with morning. So yeah, we can have morning sessions. One more thing that I would like to add here is, data analytics works little different than a typical programming or a development or a developer role. With when it comes to data analytics role, it's like an ongoing role because a company would need a data analytics for their daily operations, right? So it's not like there will be a project and then the project is done and then your role is gone and and then you have to find a different project. In most of the cases, in some cases where they are building a new system, for example, especially in terms of Tableau, they are building some reports, some charts, some graphs, and they have a lot of different data analysts. Some of the data analysts, once that reporting tool is fully developed and operational, some of the data analyst roles that they are going to release, but few they still have to keep them for the updates and for error fixes and things like that, or for new enhancements. So it's kind of different than your typical project based developer kind of roles.
And which is actually good, right? Because you're not bound to a project. Because sometimes, the project is done and then you may be, absorbed into a new project, or you may be relieved. You may have to look for a new project, right? But in this kind of environment, which is, where you have an ongoing need of a person, then in that case, you don't have to worry about looking for a new project, if that's the case.
Yeah, I would just add here, for example, just to give you an a real world example here. So for example, let's say a solution architect, right? A solution architect role is, if for a new project, is typically ranges from 2 months to 3 months, or maybe a little bit more, right? But it's not an ongoing role. Once the project is over, the solution architect role is usually gets over as well. But here it's kind of the opposite. So it's like it's once you are hired, and if they are happy with you, they are going to keep you and retain you. And then it's up to you. If you are bored with the job, down the line, 2 years, 3 years, you can look for a different job or different role.
Mm-hmm.
Can this knowledge be slowly turned into a data science kind of thing?
Yes, you can. Right. That can be turned into data scientist, or maybe if you down the line you think that you want to go for a different route, or maybe a data development, or a programming, you can choose that role. That role, or maybe a database management, or an administrator. You can choose that as well.
Okay, thank you.
So I just have one doubt. Like we were talking about some claim and the certifications. I did not get that point. So
Yeah.
so can I
Sai,
ask
what
it
I
again?
was saying is absolutely.
Yeah.
So what I meant was, let's say you already have a certification from IIBA, right? IIBA has got different certifications like Cba, Cba, CCBA, and data analyst. So if you have a certification from IIBA and you need to get it recertified, every 3 years you need to get it recertified. Most of them, like CBAP, I have a CBAP, so I know every 3 years I need to renew the certification. And for that, we need to provide some CDUs. They call it continuous development units. So you cannot just claim or say that, hey, I did this training from XYZ Institute. They won't accept it. You need to give them a name of the institute, and you need to give them the course, what was taught, and only after that you can claim the CDUs.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying, that based on this training and the topics that we cover, you can easily claim the CDUs in case if you have any certificate from IIBA. Now, if you don't, then you don't need to worry about that part. Right.
Okay.
But again, even if you don't, and if you are planning to go for it, you can claim these when you take the exam, because if you are planning to take a certification from IIBA, you need to have some CDUs in the past couple of years, in the past 6-7 years, depending on the certification you're going with. You will have to provide them with some CDUs that, hey, I've done this training from this institute, and these were the topics or subjects or techniques, tools and techniques that are covered. So you can also do that if in case you plan to take it.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is Cba same as PMP? Because I think they also have that PDUs, right?
Yeah, PMP is given by PMI, which is Project Management Institute, right? That's more of a project management certification. They call it PDUs, Professional Development Units. Whereas CDUs is a term used by IIBA. And which other certification you said? PMPN?
No, CBAP. You just mentioned them.
CBAP,
right?
yeah. CBAP is given by IIBA.
Okay.
It's Certified Business Analysis Professional.
Context are the same, or because both
No.
relates with projects or business, something like that? Oh.
No, the CBAP is on a business analysis.
Okay.
Whereas PMP is on project management.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I think, yep, let me know if you have any other questions, concerns. I think we are good with the at least the weekend batch. Now we need to finalize the time. So Ajay, what we can do is we can, or you can decide on the time as you heard. Everybody is okay with the morning time, weekend morning, right? You can plan the sessions accordingly, depending on how many hours you are going to cover, and send an email to all of us so that we can start the batch. Okay, do you think we can start this week, from this week?
Yeah, I mean,
Weekend,
we can start this week. Today is what, Wednesday, right? Yeah, we can start from from Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that, right?
Because 1 second. Sunday is Mother's Day. I don't know if you guys would be willing to do that, but maybe next week we can start, or maybe we can do one session on Saturday.
Yeah, I think let's do that. Let's get kickstart the training this weekend. We can have one session this weekend, and then get the ball rolling. What do you guys think, all of you? Ashita, Kalai, Kalpana, Omkar, Sai?
Yeah, that would be perfect, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with Sunday. I do not have problem. Like for even if Mother's Day, because after the session, then we can plan. Yeah. If you're planning on Sunday to keep it, I'm okay with Sunday.
No,
Yeah, me too.
I probably not be available.
Oh, okay, okay. That's
Yeah, I don't want to mess up with my wife.
So it's what? Mother's Day, right?
yes,
So
Mother's Day.
you don't want to get beating from
Everyone.
from all the females in the house, right? I know Ajay, he's my friend as well, and he has got 2 beautiful daughters, and I'm sure he has some plans for Mother's Day to make his wife happy, I guess, right?
All the time.
Yeah, because women voting is highest, I think, in Ajay's house, so he has to listen. No, the choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Saturday morning, right? So the timings, you would share it with us.
Yeah, timing we can decide, and we can send you an email with the timing. But mostly it would be morning only. Yeah.
And all of you are in the Eastern time zone, or which time zone are you in?
All are Eastern, Chetan.
Okay, that makes it easy.
Yeah.
Once I scheduled a call with my client. I didn't realize, I scheduled at 8:30 a.m. because I'm in the Eastern time zone. So I assumed that he's also in Eastern because, we used to talk that often. And then I realized he didn't join. And later when he got online, he said, oh, when you scheduled the meeting, I was asleep. It was like 5:30 in his place. He's in the Pacific time zone. So I need to be careful with the time zone.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. Just to clarify myself, so from this Saturday onwards, the class starts. Is that right?
Yeah, we'll have the first session this Saturday and morning. So Ajay, you want to wait for the time or confirm the time right now, or just later?
Let's do it later, but it would be in the morning between 10 to 11 or 12.
Yeah. So each session will be 2 hours, right? Is that right?
That is right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So if we are skipping the class on Sunday, we can have a class on Friday night.
We can decide on that. Let's start this Saturday, and then once we roll in, then we can decide on other classes, like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. What I do for my training is, if anyone is not comfortable, because the cadence is what we need to follow, right? If it's a Saturday, Sunday going forward, every Saturday, Sunday, we will have the sessions, let's say from 10 to 12, right? So it's a cadence, no doubt about it. But for some reason, we have to reschedule it. In that case, my rule of thumb is everybody should be available for that session. Even if one person says no, I don't like to take the session, because it's just, injustice to that person who cannot make it because he or she never anticipated that, right? So that's what I do. You must have seen, right, in my training.
Yeah, I know. So, like, as we respected her decision, like Sunday is the Mother's Day, so we are not taking the class. So
yeah,
I thought we can have class before on Friday or something like that. So that something like
we'll plan it.
Okay.
Correct. We'll plan it, and if everybody's okay, we will do it. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I believe in this. Even if we take some more time, it's better to go in a pace at which everybody follows, so that by the end of the training they have learned, right? It's not just you want to finish the batch and then start a new batch. Correct.
Yeah. Everyone should learn. Everyone should like productive for everyone.
Exactly. So when we complete the training, you will feel good about it, that, hey, glad I invested my time and resources in this training and not just learn some buzzwords. I mean, we can finish it in 1 month, we have been in this industry for like, so many years. We have been working in IT for 20 plus years. I can easily, complete the BA batch in a month, and which most of them, they do that. If you see, I don't know if you have done
Yes,
some
Chetan,
research,
I know.
right? But I take my
I've
own time
listened to
because,
his, like I listened to your classes pretty well, so I know like see, even though the class you can finish it in 30 to 45 minutes, it's not more than that. For anyone who give a class in, like for a BA class I have attended before, he hardly takes 40 and 45 minutes for the page what we are discussing every day, but we are taking almost 2 hours for for detailed explanation of what actually goes in a project, like in a live project or whatever. So I really interested in those kind of discussions what you take care like every day, like in the classes. So I'm happy with the classes too. So I hope like these classes will be like be interactive with me. So that's why
Ajay
I'm
is a
just
great instructor. Yeah, he has been in this industry for so many years, and he's equally good. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy that as well.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, folks, you guys are in good hands. All right. You just let the trainers do the teaching. I just want to let you know this course can get a little heavy, okay, because you need to solve everywhere you get stuck. All right. Take it slowly, okay, and it's important that you learn, give yourself 200% in the class, okay, and learn all the concepts. Then you'll come out very confident and you'll become a very good data analyst, right? So take it slowly. It can get a little heavy a little bit. So, go with the trainer and complete the course. Thank you. Anybody has any other questions?
Yeah, any questions, concerns, please let us know. If not, then I think we have an agenda. We'll be starting this Saturday and initiate or kickstart the first session. And we'll be sending some more details like the training URL and things like that, the training portal, everything will be set up by this weekend. So you will have all the details by Thursday evening or Friday morning.
Okay, Chetan. I'm good with it.
Okay, last call. Any questions? Ashita, Kalai, Kalpana, Sai?
No, Chaitanya, I'm good.
Good for now.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Okay,
good.
so, okay, any closing comments, Ajay or Sudesh?
No, Chetan, I'm good. I don't have any questions. All right. Folks, you all know how to reach me. Okay. And any questions, any support you guys need, feel free to reach me. Okay. Anyways, I'll be connecting with you guys once you finish the training. When it comes to the placement area, I'll be again connecting and working with you guys individually. And I wish you all the best and see you guys on the Saturday class. Thank you, Ajay.
Thank you, Sudesh.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing. And Chetan, thank you. Thank you guys for attending.
Thank you. Thanks for joining today.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Chetan. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
And Chetan.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Welcome. Bye.